Sisters 3. By Hak Jin Kim. In the dining room, Bora and Lang sit across the table from Hyosun. Hyosun asks Bora to eat the delicious dish first. "Thank you, Mrs. Lee. It tastes good. As I usually cook at home." "I know it isn't easy to make this taste," Bora compliments. "I'm happy to hear that. By the way, do you cook every day?" "Oh, what does your mom do then when you cook?" Hyosun asks, wondering. "Oh, my mom comes home late after work. She really hates me to prepare dinner, but I'd love to do it." "So," Bora says, looking at Hyosun. "I see. Lang can't think of it, right?" "Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Lang's parents wanted to join us for lunch, but they had a schedule for today." "I hope you don't mind it," Hyosun says. "I don't mind at all. I'm happy to be with you and Lang," Bora smiles. While they are in a good mood during the meal, Hyosun can't take eyes off Bora. Whenever she looks at Bora, she thinks of her second son, who died of a heart attack about a year after marriage. Bora looks like her late son, Bum Q Lee. Especially her big brown eyes and straight eyebrows. Hyosun keeps wondering who Bora's parents are. But she doesn't say a word about them. Then, in a long while, Hyosun recalls the time when she lost her second son. Bum Q Lee had lived more happily than most people of his age with a wife and a newborn baby girl, Lang. But one day he collapsed and was gone. A few months after losing her husband, Lang's real mother left to contract another marriage. And Lang's current father, Bum Suk Lee, registered Lang in his own registry. With permission from his wife, Kyung Lee. Lang doesn't know the truth about her real parents. Because she was about 5 months old when lying in Bumsuk's arms. "Oh my, it's been 18 years since my poor son left us," Hyosun mumbles. Soon, Hyosun denies what she has thought about Bora and accepts Bora as she is. Speaking of Lang, she only takes after her mother, unfortunately. All three finish their lunch and move to the living room for desserts. Before Bora and Lang go upstairs, Lang sits at the piano in her room and begins to play Chopin. While listening to the piano, Bora looks out the window and sees thick tree branches. Bora feels comfortable at Lang's home, thinking that if Bora didn't open her mind to Lang at the cafe, this scene couldn't take place. Bora claps her hands when Lang finishes the piano piece. "Wonderful. Oh my god. You're a pianist. Are you gonna major in the piano?" Bora asks. "No, it's a hobby. I wanna study biochemistry. And then, maybe go to a medical school? Anyway, first, I have to get an admission from one of colleges I'll apply for," Lang giggles. "Bora, your turn." Lang rises to her feet to make way for Bora. "Well, I'm not good at piano. I'd better not play," Bora says, sitting in her seat. "Alright, then let's talk. I guess we won't spend time together until you take the college entrance exam," Lang says. "Do you think so? But that exam doesn't bother me. I think you need time for your SAT. Well, it's okay anyway." "Lang, I like your grandma. I wish I had a grandma," Bora says in a small voice. "I'm sorry to hear that. Bora, you talk to me a lot of stories you read. But didn't tell me about your mom. How is she like?" "She's a strong woman who raised me on her own. Now she is running her real estate office as a broker. Before that she was a company woman." And, Bora stops at once when she hears Hyosun. Bora looks at Lang, who shrugs her shoulders. "Mrs. Kim came back, I guess. Wait a minute. Oh, it's Juan. Let's go downstairs." When Lang and Bora get downstairs, a man is about to leave by waving his hands to Hyosun, who comes out from the kitchen. "Hi, Juan, are you leaving, huh? You should call me. I just stopped by to run an errand for my mother. Grandma said you have a guest." We can see next time, Juan says. Yeah, I see. Let me introduce Bora Kong. Hi, Bora, nice to meet you. I'm Juan Li, Lang's cousin. Bora becomes bashful due to his gaze. Hello, nice to see you. She gives a slight bow to Juan. Can I talk down to you, Bora? You know what, you're the first and the last person to be invited by Lang. You must be very special to Lang, huh, Juan says. Lang laughs and taps him on the back. She's my best friend. She may go to the same college as you. She topped the school last semester. Oh, really? You must be proud of yourself, Bora. Okay, I should go now. We can see next time in the college campus, Bora. Juan winks at Bora. Bora feels her heart pounding. I'll have to study hard to make my dream come true. Hyosun gives a big smile while looking at Bora, who has a strong will, thinking what she heard from Lang. Once again, Hyosun sees her late son come to life on Bora's way of speaking and behavior. But she tries to let it go. As the afternoon passes, Bora and Lang share their family histories. Although Bora gives little information about her family member because she has her mother. Only, she hears a lot about Lang's family. Bora seems to get excited as if she sees characters in a novel. She doesn't miss every single word Lang says. After organizing the information about the members of Lang's family in her thought, Bora becomes aware that Hyosun, the most influential person in the Lees, doesn't have a huge family. Hyosun has 3 sons, Bum Jin, Bum Q and Bum Suk. Since her second son, Bum Q, died in his early 30s. She has 2 sons as of now. Her first son, Bum Jin, has Wan and Yung, and her third son, Bum Suk, has Lang and twin sons. Bora thinks that Lang's father and Wan's father are tied by brotherhood while they live side by side. As their brotherhood suggests, Wan's father, a medical professor, seems to live a model life. In view of the fact that he didn't want to get involved in the family business and let Lang's father take over the management of the company in which Hyosun has been a major shareholder. A little while after Wan left, Bora feels like going home. Bora says farewell to Lang and Hyosun, and hits the road to Suk's office. Bora heads to the Sungbok stream instead of taking a bus. It is a 30-minute walk to the office. But Bora doesn't care about the time as long as she can walk along the stream. As it is the end of August, Bora feels hot while walking all the way along the stream. Her cheeks become flushed with the heat. But Bora stands the heat with her strong physique. Listening to water flowing through the stream, she thinks of Hyosun because she could feel odd about the way Hyosun treated Bora. Bora liked talking with Hyosun since she had no grandparents. But she felt something she didn't know. In the office, Suk is at her desk in a quiet mood. After she had a few incoming calls in the morning. On Saturdays, she has few walk-in customers. As Suk takes a quick glance at her wooden wall clock, which chimes 3 o'clock, she sees Bora open the office door. Oh, honey, what a surprise. Are you coming from Lang's house? Oh, look at you. Your face is red, Suk says with a surprise. Yeah, I've walked from there to see your face. My queen. Bora stares at Suk, smiling. Sweetie, how was your lunch with her family? They live in a big house, right? Yeah, the big lawn was impressive to me. For a second, I wished we had a lawn, then we can raise a puppy. But Lang has no dog, strange enough. I thought her family had something unpleasant with a dog. But I didn't ask why, Bora says briefly without mentioning Wan. And Hyosun, Lang's grandmother. Bora looks around the office. What did you have for lunch? I got some donuts for you. Let's have tea with donuts. Do you have time for me? Suk says and pours water in the coffee pot. Suk looks at Bora, thinking of the woman she met a couple of hours ago. Bora, I had a guest around noon. A woman came in and told me that she is my late mother's cousin. I couldn't believe it 'cause I wasn't aware of her existence. She said that she had been working as a housekeeper in this neighborhood and happened to see me. Suk stops to sip her tea and continues. Bora, for the first time, I heard a story about the past. The woman, called Mrs. Yun Kim, grew up with your grandma when they were young. When I was about 7 years old, she and her husband went abroad to live and unfortunately they didn't have their offsprings. She is 3 years younger than your grandma. Since she had lived abroad, she couldn't come to your grandparents' funeral, though she was shocked and saddened with the news of the tragic car accident that killed your grandparents. After that, she wrote several letters to her older brother to ask how I was doing and who was in charge of me after the funeral. Because your grandma had no siblings to take care of me, her brother lied that I was taken care of by her mother, who had been in a nursing home at the time. But Mrs. Kim believed her brother. And only a few years ago she came back to Korea to live after her husband died of illness, and set out to search for me. And she found that her brother put me in an orphanage and spent all the insurance money, which was supposed to be paid to me. Now her brother is a dead man. Suk pauses and sips her tea again. Without her offspring and any relatives, she said she had been lonely. So she began to work as a housekeeper, after letting her own apartment for a monthly rent. Then she found me while she walked past the office. She said she could recognize me as soon as she saw me. I may still have the features when I was little. Wow, Mom, now you have an aunt. Are you happy with that? Bora smiles. I don't know. There's something I feel in mind, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, I have you, my lovely daughter, so I don't need anyone else.